Pisces, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Renaissance Tarot, to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So my cutie patootie, today I'm going to be doing your twin flame reading from October 25th to November 5th. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at the main challenge and the energy between you and your twin. I will see what happened in the past, present situation, in the near future. I will clarify all the cards, get some final advice, and pull some messages of love. So Pisceana and Pisceanos, welcome, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. Now, dear Pisces, this twin flame reading is very specific. It is general, but it's not going to resonate with everyone. Meaning, if you're on a twin flame journey, if you feel like that you have met your twin already, because this is a very, very intense connection, a lot of push and pull, hot and cold. This journey might have also pushed you forward towards your spiritual awakening and ascension. A lot of you are very spiritual people, so you know what I'm talking about. It's a very intense journey. So we're going to see what happened and what is the energy between you and your twin. What is it that you may anticipate and what is the outcome for you too. Pisceana. Okay, so the energy between you and your twin flame is the Three of Cups, dear Pisces. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so dear Pisces, with the Three of Cups here being the overall energy, this is talking about a desire here for reconciliation, for a reunion. Okay, obviously, if there is this energy, then it means that you've been gone, and someone here might be wanting to be back with you. We're gonna see what happened, but I do strongly feel like here that there is a strong, maybe jittery, excited feeling within you that something's about to happen. This is about a reunion, okay? So we're gonna clarify this and see how this is gonna unfold for you and your twin flame. In the recent past, dear Pisces, you have the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So in the recent past, I do feel like here that, first of all, many of you came out of a very tumultuous relationship with someone else, that was maybe a false twin, karmic, whatever that might have been, and you met this person, you met your twin with the Page of Wands. And when you met your twin, dear Pisces, you felt a very intense and a specific connection with them. I feel like that you also, because you're very spiritually, you're a very spiritual sign and you're very aware. You know what I mean? I just know that for sure about all of my beautiful Pisces out there. You saw the signs and synchronicities when you met your twin in the past. Might be some age differences between you and them. You could have dealt with the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Could have been a Capricorn, Virgo, also Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Ten of Swords here is telling me that something here happened between you and your twin flame where there was a very painful ending. And that usually specifically happens a lot with the twin flames. And it's not like one of those regular breakups breakup is a breakup, but there was a lot of pain that you went through, okay? Metamorphoses, changing things about you, your lifestyle, going through the dark night of the soul, so loneliness, isolation. It's a very challenging journey to be in. So we're going to talk about this more when we clarify in a minute. In the present moment, you have the King of Wands, the Celestial Weaver, and the Devil. So I want to say that this deck was gifted to me by a beautiful Cancer, and it's tarot, obviously, and I'm going to clarify the original tarot, but there is a couple of cards here that are very specific, and they happen to be both of them in your readings. Celestial Weaver and the Phoenix. So we're going to talk about this shortly. In the present moment, I do feel like here there is a strong magnetic connection between you and your person. There is a very strong physical aspect of this twin flame connection, okay? Not only that you feel a very strong bond with them that goes beyond this realm, okay, like mentally speaking, spiritually speaking, but also there is definitely a very strong sexual, physical pull towards this person, attraction between you and them. I do strongly feel like here that there is a transformation that's happening in your soul and in your twin flame soul. Remember that when we deal with twin flames, dear Pisces, it's like almost with ourselves, because it's like we are pushed in another body and we may get triggered also, right? So there might be some triggers, there might be some situations that happened in the past which has actually propelled you forward to your ascension and to your growth. And that's something that also your twin flame is going through right now as well. We're going to clarify this shortly in a moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Phoenix, and the Nine of Wands. So in the near future, some of you could also have, not in the near future, but some of you may think about it, getting it, or you already have a Phoenix tattoo, or Phoenix can have a very significant meaning for you. Maybe there is a song, there is a movie here. It's a very mystical creature, right? Phoenix rising out of the ashes. So there is an opportunity here for you and this person to get back together. I do get the sense of here someone regretting for letting you go. Okay, regretting for the way that they treated you. And this someone is, of course, your twin flame. For a lot of you, there is an opportunity here that's going to come between your twin flame. We're going to see how this is going to unfold. I do want to mention one thing here that's very important. You have the Nine of Wands here, okay? So yes, you have learned, Pisces, you have grown, you have gone through the dark night of the soul, and you had to go through a death and a rebirth process. One of the things that I've seen coming up in your readings throughout the past, I think, few months, few weeks, maybe the past year, is you learning setting boundaries with everyone, Pisces. You're such a giver and you constantly give and give and give. And your twin flame really showed you something within you. And I'm getting chills right now saying this because I know this is a very specific message for someone out there. Your twin flame really showed you and taught you that you need to set boundaries with everyone around you. Some of you might have said, you know what, Arman, I have a big heart and I know that you do. I don't kiss nobody's ass. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I'm an honest person. Quadruple Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and my North Node is in Scorpio. So some sassy shit out there. A lot of you have said, you used to think that if I set boundaries, does that mean that I stop loving this person? Does that mean that I can't do that? I need to take care of this person. I need to fix this person. I need to save this person. That's not the reality anymore for you because you've come to accept and understand the fact that a lot of times it's their responsibility to change the things within themselves that they need to change. You can only align with the version. These people need to align with this version with you and vice versa to be on the same page. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. So this is a self-fulfilling prophecy, a lot of happiness waiting for you. But this happiness, first of all, is coming from within yourself, okay? Before you both can make it happen together. So let's get into your reading and talk about these Three of Cups for you and all the cards. So I'm going to clarify the Three of Cups here for you, and I like to clarify them cards right in front of a camera for all them transparency reasons as well. So the Three of Cups, dear Pisces, is clarified. I'm hearing 3 more times. So it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Yeah. There is definitely a strong desire here to build something together, as you can see with the juxtaposition of these cards right here, dear Pisces. It shows someone, right, that's working on the Pentacles, and there is a desire, the reason why, and since you have been gone, and yes, they regret letting you go, there is a desire to come back to you, Pisces, to build this connection back again, which can ultimately lead to the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles is a very stable lifestyle, luxurious lifestyle. It talks about this deep connection. It talks about this family establishment for both of you that I feel like a lot of you are going to really see the truth of this, the reality of this relationship. You're going to realize that this is something that was meant to be. For many of you, I do strongly feel like here that this Three of Cups here indicating you can feel there is a reconciliation happening. And remember, we are also entering into the Mercury retrograde. We're in the pre-shadow period right now and we're going to enter it. So Mercury is all about communication, and when it goes into retrograde, it allows us to kind of slow down and things start coming back from the past. People, thoughts, memories come back from the past. So again, it's no wonder why during this period when I'm doing this twin flame reading for you, there is an opportunity here for you and your twin to reunite. It's not the easiest journey because I feel like there is still a lot of things that were left unsaid and things that were needed to be clarified. So for you and your twin, I do see here the biggest energy and the intention and the goal here is to build this connection towards a new destiny where it can lead both of you settling down. But there is a certain aspect of this connection. This is what my intuition is telling me right now. Your twin still's got to do some sort of, like, they have to do some deep cleaning within their life. Whether that's about their family members, them also setting boundaries with a lot of people too. Because it's your twin flame, right? They're reflecting and kind of going parallel of the journey that they need to go as well. So let's get into your recent past. And you might be, like I said, dealing with like a fire sign, earth sign here, air sign. So let's get into your recent past and talk about it very briefly and quickly because we all know what happened. And then we're going to talk about the present moment and the future, which is very important, and the outcome. So in the recent past, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like that in the recent past, a lot of you felt like that, you know, things started very passionately, right? You met this person, you know, it was a brand new beginning. Everything was very excited, a lot of passion. But, you know, your twin flame closed off, pulled themselves back out of the relationship. Your twin pulled their energy back or themselves and disconnected. And hence the reason why, dear Pisces, there was this separation. There was this painful ending that might have caused you to feel a certain way. A lot of you with the Three of Swords, I feel like this heartbreak and this heart pain was the catalyst in the beginning of your dark night of the soul for you to isolate yourself. I mean, not that you wanted to, but it can lead to an isolation here, which is literally about your soul's evolution, right? Moving towards a new destiny and shedding your old parts of yourself. I think this was kind of a connection which was very intense. And it also allowed you to work on yourself with the Page of Pentacles. A lot of you started meditating more, reading more, creating some sort of a routine for yourself, isolating and just focusing on what's important for you, for your soul. Because I think your soul has been really hungry for, like, your soul, Pisces, it's like ancient years, like 1,000 years wise. And you needed something like this to kind of happen in a way to really help you crack that DNA, that ancient DNA that lies in you. I don't know why I'm saying those things. I've never said this in a reading. I don't know why it's coming to me. But it like cracked open, wide open, your gifts, your psychic abilities, or whatever happened, it was meant to happen. I'm getting chills right now. I never said this in a reading. So the Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the World, and the Emperor, and the Lovers. Okay, so apparently this connection here, dear Pisces, came to an end, right? A situation here that constantly with the Two of Pentacles on and off and being back and forth and back to back and back to one another. I think that this is something that had to come to an end, obviously. Okay, this situation ended between you and your twin flame. You could have dealt with an Aries also, doesn't have to be, or someone who came across as having a very strong personality, or that's just like how they were. I do strongly feel like here that this led to some sort of a painful ending, okay? Whatever way it ended, whatever, I think it was very painful, the separation between the two of you from your twin flame. You spent a lot of lonely nights, okay? You went through a lot of lonely nights, a lot of isolation, but you seem to be doing good now, yeah. Cards do not lie. So I'm saying some sassy shit out there. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Five of Cups. You know, you did experience a lot of sadness, a lot of loneliness, you know, lonely nights here, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Moon. A lot of you embarked onto a new journey. You know, you did see the opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles coming out of this Five of Cups and moving towards this with the Six of Swords, right? Being on a body of water. So you started embarking onto a new journey on your own. The journey of self-actualization, the journey of knowing who you truly are and your gifts and everything. There is also something about someone's mother. You might have had a loss, or you had to forgive your mother. There is some, because you can see there is a child and a mother on the body of water, right? So a lot of things might have happened during this separation, during this situation. It's like, almost, I'm picking up on an energy, Pisces. Everything came at you all at once, and it was very overwhelming for you. But you carry this wisdom within you, no matter what, Pisces. You as being the fish, right, going down to the bottom of the ocean, of the water. You had to go through this incubation period. You had to go through this separation and this isolation to rise out of the ashes like the phoenix, right? So let's talk about the present moment here with the King of Wands, the Celestial Weaver, and the Devil. The King of Wands is your twins energy, right? As you can see, you could be dealing with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Someone here kind of like stepping up in their journey as well, clarified by the Fool, Page of Wands, and the Death. Yeah, death process here, definitely. You have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, which is, again, also an indication of a Leo energy. Your person could be walking away. Your twin flame could be walking away with, if they are involved in a third-party situation, they could be walking away from that, okay? Disconnecting from something or from someone that is super toxic, that's not healthy for them, that's not good for them. And they're rejecting someone. They're rejecting an offer, something here. They're choosing to come towards the happiness. I don't know why the cards are flipping out of my hand today. I don't know. But I just have a very good feeling. I don't know. I'm feeling very, very excited for you, Pisces. I feel like it's like you're finally starting to see that it's actually paying you off, all your hard work and all your journey. Now, the Fool here is your person's energy. Something's gotta end, right? With the Death card, they either gotta walk away from someone or something, or quit some sort of a bad habit or something that they used to do, in order for them to be fully present and come towards you. Because the passion is there with the Page of Wands. They really do see themselves being with you and wanting to work things out. But in order to have a brand new beginning with you, your twin also has got to go through some sort of a metamorphosis and transformation. Let's clarify the celestial Weaver energy here, which is talking about this transformation. I think you and your person can feel each other's energies shifting, detaching, and balancing things out. The celestial Weaver is clarified by the Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Moon. And the Judgment at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio season. Major realization, major awakening, wanting to come back around you. There is a regret. There is a regret for the way that things ended between you and your person, and there is a comeback. Anytime, dear Pisces, you see the Six of Cups here, you already know that it is about a past person coming around. With the Six of Cups, right? Someone reappearing, showing up, and wanting to make an offer to you. There is still some sort of doubts and fears and anxiety still, a little bit tied up to this offer. This person might feel like that you may either reject them, or you have already moved on from them, or you don't want to do anything with them yet. But at the same time, there is an undeniable bond here between you and your person with the Devil here. Not only that, 1717 on the timer, I feel like that for many of you with the Devil, there is something here that needs to be resolved, and like someone here needs to get healthy or sober, or that's just what I'm picking up on, or quit some sort of a habit, compulsive behavior, whether that's sexual, smoking, drinking. Something's got to change. Yeah, drinking. I just got to say this right now. This may resonate with some of you. With the Knight of Cups, drinking habits, that's just what I'm getting here, holding the cup. And there is a Tower. Something's got to change, okay? And I think for you, you want true authenticity and transparency in this connection, because in the recent past, many of you questioned if this person was really your twin flame or not. And if they were, why were they hiding something, or why were they sweeping things under the rug and not being honest with you? Okay, so something here is crumbling down and shifting. I think that's something that has to happen. That's like divinely already appointed. Now, the Devil here is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and the Knight of Cups. In order for your twin to be able to come towards you, so that both of you can move towards the direction, just like the Chariot here towards the marriage with the Ten of Cups, something has got to end in this person's life, right? The cards are very clear here. I like to explain them, in a way that it makes sense. And your twin definitely is going through some sort of a metamorphosis and a shift that's going to allow them to come towards you. Now, Ace of Pentacles, the Phoenix, and the Nine of Wands in the near future. Ace of Pentacles here is talking about an offer here, a brand new beginning of them wanting to come towards you. Since you have been gone, dear Pisces, they do seem to have been thinking a lot about the changes that they need to make. It also might be some of these changes that you have already addressed within themselves. Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Sun, Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have the Temperance here pouring, from one cup to another. That means transmutation, and it's an alchemical process. Now, in the near future, with the Sun here, Leo energy, there is definitely an incoming communication towards you. As you can see, the Eight of Wands is literally the card of communication, messages, text, phone call, in regards to the stability of this relationship that this person wants to make towards you. And it's coming from a place of like a changed behavior with the Phoenix, rising out of the ashes. Someone here has been going through the dark night of the soul as well, I mean, which is your twin flame. And, you know, you see there is nothingness at the bottom, right? But out of nothingness, there was a little spark. You know, that, you know, like when there is a little teeny tiny spark in ashes, and then all of a sudden that if you bring a paper to it or something and put some more wood in it, it may burn again, right? So I feel like that is just this last hope, the last spark that out of it, you know, there it comes out, this new beginning, this new chapter, okay, being on the horizon for you and your twin. So let's talk about that Phoenix here in the near future for you, dear Pisceana and Pisceanos. 2020 on the timer, by the way. So the Phoenix is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. You do want to, yeah, and the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck absolutely talks about the twin flame connection right here. So there is definitely a strong desire here for a reunion. This is your twin flame, and you want to go to places with your person. You want to explore, you want to expand your horizons, you want to visit as many places as you can. With the Queen of Cups, that's your energy. I think you're going to be opening yourself up to your twin flame emotionally. You're going to be very gracious and very compassionate, because that's what the characteristics are for a Queen of Cups: compassionate, caring, nurturing, and allowing the situation to unfold in a natural, organic way. However, I do want to mention that with the Knight of Pentacles here in the near future, this does indicate that you don't want to rush into it. You want to take it one step at a time, right? You see this Knight of Pentacles is standing on a fertile ground, and then there is these green bushes that are coming up on his helmet, out of his helmet. So it means the vision on your mind. You want to build something. You want to build this connection on a fertile soil. And you want to also give some time for your twin to really allow them to prove that they have changed. And with the Nine of Wands here, this is very important. I talked about it in the beginning. It's about the boundaries, dear Pisces, okay? Even though this is your twin flame, this is your love here. Did I see the Ace of Wands? That's very exciting. Right? So there is definitely a new opportunity for you and your twin flame to really work it out for both of you. But you want to set some healthy boundaries, okay? And learning how to say no, because, you know, as we say in Armenian, one no can save you from 1,000 troubles. And it's about you and this person, your twin flame, bringing things into balance and working things out in a very demure way. So you have the Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's about being firm in the decision. I think, you know, you no longer are going to be wavering whether you should allow this to unfold or not. I do see here you are going to find yourself being more stable. You know, the Nine of Swords here is you might have a little bit of anxiety just because it's kind of like you're coming back together and you don't know exactly like 100% what your twin also has been through. You can sense the changes. But I think it's about grounding you. So you might want to, with the King of Pentacles, ground yourself more if that comes down to you going more into the nature, practicing more meditation, doing more breath work, doing the things that really know are going to be very helpful for you. Then you're going to be able to really see how to navigate through this. Four of Swords. A lot of healing still is going to be taking place. And, you know, it's also about giving each other the needed space for you two to grow in this connection, for you two to really be very successful in this relationship. Because the reason why this person and you also, one of the reasons why separated, like I said, there was a lot of healing that had to take place in terms of setting boundaries, knowing that your worth and your value and your happiness does not come from anyone else, but it comes from within you. And when you and another soul are feeling complete and whole and you come together, you complement each other. And yes, the twin flame journey is very different. It's very intense. It's very tumultuous. It can be painful, but you know, there is also hope. And when two souls heal in their journey and they come back together, it can be a very powerful dynamic. So let's see what is the advice for you, dear Pisces. What is the advice that you need to know right now before I pull the love message? So the advice here you have is the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Swords at the bottom. So here is the thing. You're being asked to trust into the universe and surrender. And you have an option here. You could either choose to So you know what, I'm going to remain on my own. I'm going to do my own thing, single with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Pursuing my own path, pursuing what matters to me. But you know, I think that genuinely speaking, this is what I'm channeling for you as well. The advice here for you, and I know that you're not going to do that, is just not to run away from the heaviness. Because the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands, sometimes it may feel very exhausting and very heavy, because it is a heavy journey. And you may say, you know what, I'm just like choosing to disconnect and just be on my own. You want to reconcile, I'm not ready for that. But I think you're going to give it a chance. You still could be on your own and doing your own thing and making your own money and being successful on your own. But you know, 5 of Wands and 10 of Wands, you really have a very important role. You play a very important role in your twin's life. I mean, very important role. So you could give it a chance. And I think this is about giving a chance and allowing it to unfold, because they really want to come towards you and want to celebrate. And you kind of want to bring the good old days back and be in this energy of celebration. One last message here for you with the messages of love. Okay, so this is a divine counterpart connection, and it says twin flame. I don't think anything else needs to be said. Very clear, very obvious for you. Dear Pisces, I'll keep you in my thoughts. I'll keep you in my prayers. I hope that this reading helped. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here onto the channel. You're greatly appreciated and loved. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.